Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. In the last episode, I was surprised to find that Sumire was available to have conversations with after clearing the palace, so went ahead and took care of that. We've now gotten Sumire up to rank 10, and we've gotten her third awakening, so that is great. In fact, I don't think we actually took a look at her new persona. Ella here. The true name of Cinderella's heroine, Cinderella, was a derisive nickname born from her hard work, always leaving her dusty and sooty. After marrying her prince, she became Princess Ella. Okay. I guess that's from the original story from which the Disneyfied fairy tale was forged. So, yeah, got all that done. And then at the end, Maruki has contacted us. It is the day before everything is, complete. So, we need to give him the calling card and then go face him in the palace. And I felt that this was a good opportunity to kind of talk about why why I'm happy to oppose Maruki here. Because on the surface, it does seem like what Maruki is doing is good and noble. He's trying to create a utopian society, a world in which no one suffers, everyone's happy, and so forth. Which seems great, right? What's the big deal? And I do not object to the objective. It's a great objective, I think. The issues that I have with this, and I've had a lot of time to think about it, is with who is doing it and how they're doing it. Right? Those are my problems. Who is Maruki? Is he some sort of special individual that has some sort of special knowledge or insight to create a perfect society? No, he's not. Right? He's just another flawed, imperfect human who is dealing with his own issues. And so what gives him the right or knowledge or insight to try to do this? Nothing, really. And so it's really not his place, I would say, to try to essentially force everyone to abide by his ideas for what society should be. And that kind of does bring me to the second objection, which is, how is he doing it? And he is doing it by essentially forcing everyone to adhere to his ideas for what should make everyone happy. Right? He is not trying to convince them that his ideas are right and spreading a philosophy or anything like that. He is just blanket forcing everyone to conform by overriding their cognitions, changing their personalities, all that sort of thing. Now, you could argue that isn't that what the Phantom Thieves have been doing? And in fact, yes, that is exactly what the Phantom Thieves have been doing. And yes, what the Phantom Thieves have been doing is very morally gray, because we have been forcibly altering the personalities of individuals. But I consider that that a difference in degree is in fact a difference in kind. Right? That is a very different thing, what Maruki is doing to what the Phantom Thieves is doing. The Phantom Thieves were targeting specific individuals who were essentially particularly bad and immediate threats, right? And while the methods were not exactly the best, that in the time-pressured situation where there were no other available alternatives, you can make the justification that it was the right course. But in Maruki's case, he's just, again, blanketing everyone, everywhere with this. So, yeah, I would consider it to be unjustifiable in that situation. The other argument would be, well, I mean, he brought back the dead, right? He brought back the dead with, Futaba's mother, Wakaba, and Haru's father. And I would argue that no, in fact, he did not bring back the dead. What he did was exploit the fact that mementos and reality are somewhat blended to allow a cognitive being to be created from those people's cognitions. So it was not really Wakaba Ishiki who was brought back to life, it was Futaba's idea of Wakaba Ishiki that was manifested into reality. And the same thing with Haru's father. It was not really Kunukazu who was brought back, it was Haru's ideal of what her father could or should be that was brought back into reality. And so once their cognition was broken, those people disappeared. I would say that if he had the ability to resurrect the dead, then resurrect the dead. That would also have helped with some of Sumire's issues, right? If he could resurrect her sister. But that's not what he did. So, there's that. Alright, so I guess that's just some of my thoughts in that situation. So, just wanted to kind of get that out there specifically. Alright, so let's go ahead and head downstairs and have a little chat with Maruki. And give him the calling card.
Hey!
Alright, Maruki's finally coming. Are you mentally prepared? Let's go. However you respond to Maruki, I trust you. I know you'll make the right decision.
Sorry for the last-minute visit. How's Yoshizawa-san holding up? I've been concerned about a potential relapse, considering her difficulties with accepting this reality.
She's just fine.
I see. No, that's great news. So, getting down to business. I wanted to confirm with you one last time. Is there no other way to come to an agreement besides fighting?
We can't accept this reality.
The reality I created may seem distorted from your point of view, but it's a reality where everyone is happy. If you just stay, you'll never have to suffer the pain of loss, or the pain from having people and things stolen away from you.
Like you have?
So, you saw what happened with Rumi. I'm not the one who suffered. She is.
I would beg to disagree.
But she's still living a wonderful life right now. In this world you call a distorted reality.
But she still doesn't remember you, right? And you're fine with that?
She may not be in my life anymore. But at least her own life is a happy one now. I'm not just doing this for Rumi. I want all of you to live just as happily as she is. But for Rumi's happiness to last, I have to move on. After all that's happened to her, to me, I just can't drag her into it.
And I don't think he's moved on.
Doc.
Considering what we saw in the palace and all the statues of her all over the place.
My stance will not change. Strange circumstances have led to my gaining this power. However, I now recognize it as being wholly inevitable. This is something only I am capable of doing. I promise. Every person alive will be happy in the world I create. So, let me ask you the same. After really considering every option, do you have any doubts about your views?
Nope. What are you getting at?
I suppose it's more accurate to ask, do you two gentlemen have any doubts? You're here, aren't you, Akechi-kun?
Figured.
Akechi.
You caught me.
Oh, it was just a hunch. This issue doesn't only affect you. Akechi-kun, this involves you too.
Akechi's involved?
What do these two have to do with...
The relationship you two share is very unusual. A detective and a phantom thief. Despite being enemies, your relationship isn't based on hatred or ill will. That's why I found it so tragic when I learned what happened in Shido's palace.
So you used our cognition of him to forge a copy. I see.
You bastard! So, my final enemy is a puppet version of myself.
Say, didn't you regret how things ended with him? You two came to a deep understanding of one another. Yet you had no choice but to leave Akechi-kun to his fate. That's why I created a reality where you two could have a fresh start together.
After all this, that's what you have to say. Seriously, you really are.
That would mean the Akechi in the real world is...
Dead.
Get what I'm saying? I genuinely didn't want to tell you like this. I didn't want to make it seem like I'm holding him hostage. But no matter what you may think of me, I just want you all to accept this reality and move on with your happy lives.
And that matters how, exactly? Don't tell me you think dangling my life before us is going to have any impact on our decision.
So you knew.
Well, I lacked conclusive evidence, but after I fought against you all, I had a gap in my memory that ended with meeting up with him again. There were also the cases of Wakaba Ishiki and President Okumura. Of course, I'd find all of that suspicious.
I see. I had a feeling the truth of the matter still wouldn't dissuade you, Akechi-kun. But how about you? You think dangling my life before us is going to affect our decision? That's what Akechi-kun said a moment ago. If that's how you see it at this point, I'm fine with it. But I'm still going to ask you, one last time, will you accept the reality I create for you? You were the guiding light to my research. You showed me the way so I could make my dream into reality. I have nothing but gratitude for you. Not a single ounce of ill will. That's why I wanted you, of all people, to understand. Perhaps I shouldn't ask you for an answer on the spot like that. I'll be going now.
Alright, well this is for you.
Ah, that's right. I've heard you're calling. And about my question. Let's do this. I'll be waiting in the palace tomorrow, just as I promised. If you still haven't changed your mind by then, we'll meet there. But if you don't show, I'll take that to mean you've accepted my reality. See you.
What are you gonna do?
I'd like to speak with him.
Akechi. Gotcha. I'll leave the decision up to you. Let me know when you've reached an answer.
I will carve my own path for myself. I refuse to accept a reality concocted by someone else, stuck under their control for the rest of my days.
Alright. You sure?
Why wouldn't I be? Don't ask such stupid questions after all this time. All you have to do is stick to your guns and challenge Maruki. Or are you really so spineless that you'd fold over some bullshit trivial threat on my life?
I won't fold.
Then you already know what needs to be done. I want to hear you say it aloud. What do you intend to do?
Alright, if we fight against Maruki and win, we'll return to the original reality, but Akechi will be gone. Right.
I won't wait a moment longer. Answer me.
Maybe. That's the implication, but nothing was stated outright. Alright. Yeah, we're stopping Maruki.
All right. I'm relieved to hear it. I will never accept this form of reality. I'm done being manipulated. Let's go back to our true reality.
New persona.
This is great. I feel so alive. I'll sow chaos as far as the eye can see.
All right.
Alright, Akechi's persona Loki has transformed into Hereward.
What's a life worth in a reality that was cooked up just to satisfy someone else? I say none. We have to win this, no matter what.
There's no going back now. Alright. We have Ingenious Spirit, may decrease SP cost of ally support almighty skills by half. Nice. Rebellion Blade. Colossal almighty damage to one foe. Highly effective if foe is downed. Interesting. Severe gun damage to all foes. Colossal physical damage to one foe. This is severe almighty damage to all foes, but this is an almighty damage to one foe. Decreases chances of being inflicted with ailments. You know what? We're going to replace that. Because we can deal with it if he gets inflicted with an ailment. But I want to have Rebellion Blade. Alright.
All right, we're all here. It's time. Our final battle. Maruki came by LeBlanc last night, so we gave him the calling card.
I doubt Maruki is still interested in discussion. You realize there's no backing out now, right?
Ain't no way we're gonna run now. We're gonna confront Doc in his palace, show him what's up, and go back to our own reality, right?
Alright, let's do it.
Right.
It appears we're all ready.
It's time to take back what belongs to us. Our own reality.
Alright. New music. All right. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to end the episode early. And the next episode is going to be a long one, because we're going to be doing the final battle and resolve the situation. So, we'll cut this one short and make the next one long. Alright. So for now, we'll stop here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.